you're talking about the adverse possession.
Yeah, that's the 3 claims that we have on the phone. Other questions?
I need to make it cost money. I'm trying to think a nice, polite way to do it. But from the outset of this, I perceived 2 issues. One was a property ownership issue, which is being settled here. And another one was an issue of behavior and harassment. And what I want to be assured of is we've got this strand fence that's going on, and I don't want to receive harassment. I feel like we got park visitor expectations, and I have always tried to do that. Clean up my trash, make my kids pick up their trash, whatever. But I feel like as a community member, I need some assurance of behavior from the property owners.
So the statement was around the notion of reciprocal behavior. We have, we're putting out these ex-park visitor expectations. What are the expectations of Jason property? That is a matter that the community needs to resolve. Our job here is to resolve the land dispute, to get access to the creek, to the area that people would enjoy. And we're hopeful that if people practice the things we're asking for in terms of park visitor expectations, it will reduce the friction with adjacent property. Now, if we can't control how adjacent property owners act, react, handle certain situations, do you feel like you're being mistreated, that somehow any law is broken? That's when these gentlemen and ladies in green back here come into play, and you call the sheriff's office, and they hopefully can help resolve that matter. That's all I can say about that. Is we can, on our side, in terms of the park, create access, create boundaries, create expectations for park visitors. We can't control the adjacent property unless they're doing something on park property that's violating some regulation.
And I would just add, from an EPRD perspective, we're here. We're hoping that we can all, as a community, be good stewards, like Tom said. We have an amazing parks team that are actively in that park. We get a lot of feedbacks from the community on repairing the park or if something's broken, and so it's that two-way communication. But our great team is actively in that park. But it is it is stewardship. It is making sure that we all compromise and follow the expectations of that park. And we want it to be a safe, fun park that everyone can enjoy. So it takes an entire community to surround that that philosophy so that we can enjoy that park.
So I know one of the concerns from Mr. Romero at the very beginning of this was if someone was to cross over on private property and get injured. Is there a protection there for if that happens? If somebody does get injured on private property, is that going to then be her responsibility since they were trespassing, or what would the situation be there?
That would be a legal question that you'd want to take up with an attorney. But if you're trespassing on private property, you have your own set of issues and liabilities. There are some protections under state law for private property owners. Recreational use act. I think the short answer is don't go on private property.
Can you explain the relationship between Jeffco and Evergreen Parks? Does Evergreen actually manage the park, but Jeffco owns it? I'm not 100% clear on that.
Yeah, thank you. So the question is, can we explain the relationship between Jefferson County Open Space and the Evergreen Park and Recreation District? We do own the property. We bought it in the 1996. We immediately leased it to the Evergreen Park and Recreation District because we bought it to serve as a community park, not as an open space park, not as a park like El Meadow or for 360. For many years, we had a philosophy that we would deed those community parks to cities, but we wouldn't do that to park districts. Part of that is some folklore about park districts and districts in general being a temporary form of government. They might go away someday and be taken over by a city or a town. We have since changed that policy. We changed that policy about 11 years ago, and so now we do deed properties to park and recreation districts, and have done so with many of the park and recreation districts in the county. And it would be our hope that sometime in the near future that we deed this property to the Evergreen Park and Recreation District. Other questions? Yes.
Just kind of a clear on the deed, $250,000. Is your settlement going to divide, I think it's 3546, and create one dual ownership of those? If that makes sense.
We will. So the question is, will this settlement divide certain parcels of land? So
With attached ownership.
I'm sorry.
With ownership.
With ownership. So part of the settlement agreement is that we will be doing a survey. We will be surveying these boundaries. And one of the actions that somebody asked about that the commissioners need to take is approval of those deeds. So we will clean that up, and Ms. Romero will get a deed for those properties that are identified on the map. And we will have a deed for those properties that are identified on our portion. So it'll clean that up in terms of this particular situation. Other questions?
So was it, I couldn't hear this lady's comment about the harassment. I couldn't hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry, the question
Raise on
that
that?
she was asking, and correct me if I don't get this right.
Was
So-
that
It was her comment.
Oh,
This young lady here, I couldn't hear you about
Oh,
trespassing.
my curiosity is in regards to if private property owner would be held liable if someone were to be injured on their property.
Oh.
other questions?
Just a quick question for you. I don't mean to stir the pot too much, but I'm just kind of curious about the park property to the south of Bear Creek on the map. It's to the southeast. I know in the past there was a discussion about building a bridge over there to access that, or discussion of trading land for the waiting area. I'm just wondering, are you still in negotiations on that part, or do you have a plan for that?
So the question, you'll notice a small piece of property in green, if you can make it out on your map. It's on the south side of the creek, adjacent to that property owner's property. We are in discussions with that property owner, but haven't come to any terms.
So for the $250,000, there's no discussion whatsoever about conduct with people that go to the park from Romero? No, there was not even an issue, wasn't even discussed?
The question is there any discussion about adjacent property owner behavior in the negotiations? And I'll answer that by saying yes, extensive discussion. There are some terms in our agreement, general terms. But again, we can't control the behavior and the actions of adjacent property owners unless they're doing something illegal. And if they're doing something illegal and you want to file a charge about that, calling the sheriff's office